Named after former U.S. President Ronald Reagan, who was his father's favorite actor, Ronaldo began playing at the age of 8 in the youth teams of Club Futebol Andorinha de Santo Antonio. In 1995, Ronaldo signed for a local club, Clube Desportivo Nacional, and after 2 years in the youth team of the club, he went to play in the youth categories of Sporting Clube de Portugal because of a debt of 450,000 escudos from the Clube Desportivo Nacional for Sporting. Ronaldo joined the other young players of Sporting Clube de Portugal and managed to become the only player to have played for Sporting under 16, under 17, under 18, B, and in the main team, all in one season. Ronaldo scored 2 goals for Sporting on his debut for the first team against Moreirense, defending Portugal for the first time in the European Under-17 Championship. When Ronaldo was 15, he was diagnosed with a heart condition, a condition that could have forced him to give up playing football. Sporting informed Ronaldo's mother, Maria Dolores Aveiro, of the problem, who, aware of the risks, authorized him to go to the hospital. There, he underwent an operation in which the area of the heart that was causing the problem was laser cauterized. The surgery was performed in the morning and Ronaldo was discharged from the hospital by the end of the afternoon, resuming team training just a few days later. Ronaldo was first approached by Arsenal, but coach Arsene Wenger could not reach an agreement with Sporting's management. However, he came to the attention of Alex Ferguson, then manager of Manchester United, in the summer of 2003, when Sporting defeated Manchester United 3-1 at the inauguration of the Alvalade XXI Stadium in Lisbon. Ronaldo's performance impressed even the Manchester United players, who on the flight back to England, asked Sir Alex Ferguson to sign him to replace David Beckham, who had transferred to Real Madrid. Manchester United signed him in 2003, for €15 million, and renewed his contract on April 13, 2007 until 2012. He asked for number 28, his number at Sporting, as he didn't want the pressure of live up to the expectation attached to the number 7 shirt, which had already been worn by players such as George Best, Brian Robson, Eric Cantona and David Beckham. After I joined, the manager asked me what number I would like. I said 28. But Ferguson said, "No, you'll have the number 7, and the famous shirt was an extra source of motivation." They were forced to live up to an honor. Despite being young, he won several titles at Manchester United, such as the FA Cup 2003-04, the English League Cup 2007-08, Premier League 2008-09, League Cup 2008-09. In 2008, the winger became the second player to win, in the same season, the FIFA World Player of the Year award, the Golden Boot and the Golden Ball from France Football magazine, a feat only achieved by the Brazilian striker Ronaldo, in 1997. After many speculations, Real Madrid reached an agreement with Manchester United for the transfer of the then best player in the world in 2009, for the announced amount of €94 million on June 11, 2009. The most expensive signing in the history of world football so far, surpassing the values of signing Zinedine Zidane, also for Real Madrid. His signing was the second to be announced by Real Madrid for the 2009-2010 season. The first had been another world football star, the Brazilian Kaká. Specialists in the area began to discuss 2 controversial issues. The first was how the relationship between so many stars would be and if excessive vanity could not hinder the team's performance, as happened in the first galactic phase of Real Madrid, which had stars like Ronaldo, Raúl, Zinedine Zidane, Roberto Carlos, Luis Figo, David Beckham, among others. The second and most controversial one was whether a football player was really worth that much money. Other big names were added to the team, such as the Spaniard Xabi Alonso, who played for Liverpool, from England, and the young French striker Karim Benzema who played for Lyon. His official presentation took place on July 6, 2009 in front of an audience of around 80,000 fans at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium, considered a record for a presentation by a footballer. On July 28, the Galactic player scored his first goal for the Merengue team in the 4-2 victory over LDU in the Peace Cup friendly competition. On August 29, Ronaldo crowned his league debut with a goal, scoring Real Madrid's second from the penalty spot at home. Against Deportivo La Coruña, Real Madrid would win 3-2. On September 15, Ronaldo scored his first Champions League goals, both from set pieces, against Zurich in a 5-2 win. He broke a Real Madrid record when he scored in a league game against Villarreal, thus becoming the first player to score in his first 4 league appearances. He suffered an ankle injury on October 10, while in Portugal's international against Hungary, and was injured until November 25, which caused him to miss the Champions League group stage game against Milan. Ronaldo made his first post-injury appearance in a 1-0 derby defeat against Barcelona on November 29. On December 6, he was sent off for the first time in his career in Real Madrid's 4-2 victory against Almeria, in a game in which he missed a penalty, but also scored a goal. He received the first booking for removing his shirt during a goal celebration, and the second after kicking an opponent 3 minutes later. Didn't play for Real Madrid in La Liga against Valencia due to suspension. After returning from suspension, he scored a beautiful goal in the 6-0 victory at the Santiago Bernabéu against Real Zaragoza, in the 15th round of the Spanish Championship. On the 23rd round of the Spanish Championship, he scored a goal in the victory against Villarreal at the Santiago Bernabéu by 6-2, and with a decisive participation in the other goals. In the Spanish Championship, he scored 26 goals in the first season, always being very decisive and participating in Real Madrid's victories, despite having finished the season in second place. He helped his club to reach the round of 16 of the Champions League, where he scored 7 goals in the competition, with Real Madrid ending up being eliminated in this same phase of the Champions League by Olympique Lyonnais. Ronaldo ended the year 2010 with a goal average of 46, after 48 games played, which gives an average of 0.95 goals per game. Ronaldo is generally considered to be the best and most complete footballer, as well as the world's greatest goal scorer, and in the opinion of the vast majority of the sports experts, his physical attributes, his goal-scoring skills, his winning mentality, his leadership and his performance under pressure, receiving the Golden Ball award, which for a period became known as the FIFA Golden Ball, a total of 5 times, 2008, 2013, 2014, 2016 and 2017. He has also won the UEFA Golden Boot Award a total of 4 times. He won the UEFA Best Player in Europe Award 3 times and the UEFA Best Club Player Award once. In addition, in 2020 he was selected for the Ballon d'Or Dream Team. For the Portuguese national team, Ronaldo is the greatest scorer of all time and the best footballer in its history. After his debut with the senior national team in 2003, Ronaldo leads and is primarily responsible for the football revolution of his national team at the international level, managing to qualify for 5 World Cups, 5 Euro Cups, 2 Leagues of Nations and a Confederations Cup, of which reached 3 finals, winning 2 trophies, the first titles in the history of his selection. He reached his first final at Euro 2004, in which he scored his first international goal, but did not avoid the surprising defeat against Greece. However, Ronaldo was included in the ideal team of this competition. He reached his second final at Euro 2016, where he managed to crown himself champion for the first time with his national team, in addition to receiving the silver boot of the tournament for his goals throughout the championship. He reached his third final in the 2018-19 League of Nations, where he managed to crown himself champion for the second time with his national team, in addition to receiving the Alipay Trophy for being the top scorer in the championship in its final phase and the Sokar Award for scoring the best goal of the competition. Outside of football, he is one of the most famous and marketable athletes in the world, as well as one of the most media figures of his generation. He was ranked the highest paid athlete in the world by Forbes in 2012, 2016, and 2017, and the most famous athlete in the world by ESPN from 2016 to 2019. Time included him in its list of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2014. In December 2020, he was awarded the Best Player of the 21st Century award at the Globe Soccer Awards Gala, becoming the first European footballer and also the first Portuguese to receive it. That same year he raised $105 million, making him the first billionaire in football. For the following year, his earnings were $120 million.